Hello people of YouTube, my name is Brad, this is my channel Animate Orange, and this week in 3D metal model news. Usually when I sit down to prepare for these weekly videos, the first thing I do is go through several of the big websites looking for anything that's coming soon or recently released. And honestly this week I'm not finding really anything at all from Fascinations, from Peace Cool, from MU. Really looking even on AliExpress, it's all stuff that I've already talked about in previous videos. So quiet time right now, which is not unexpected, because it's just after the holiday season, after the Christmas season, after the New Year. I've kind of seen this before, things get quiet for a little while. However, that's not to say that there's nothing to talk about. And one thing that I may be on the edge of running into the ground that I do want to talk a little bit more about is those 12-inch Captain America and Iron Man models that showed up recently on the Crazy Toys website and on AliExpress. I've talked about those models in at least the past two videos, news videos that I've done, and I wanted to talk about how there was a comment on the last video from a Brian Baker who had reports that he has received the large Captain America model, and that it comes in a Micro World style tin box but has no distinctive markings. He does say that the sheets look absolutely stunning as far as colors go, good quality material, clean sharp etching lines, worth it no matter who makes it. So that's a very good initial review of the package. Thank you, Brian Baker, for sharing that. I am overly curious about this particular model because it's such a large model, and I know that Metal Brick made these models. Don't know how difficult or easy it was to get it. I know that some people did get them and buy them and build them, and I've gotten the impression that this is kind of a copy of that model, but I just haven't been able to nail down any specific verification. When it showed up on Crazy Toys AliExpress, I talked about it, and then later on somebody pointed out on their Crazy Toys actual website it's listed under Peace Cool, but on AliExpress, on Crazy Toys site, it's not listed under Peace Cool, so it's kind of confusing. I've gone back and normally what I do is I have a list of favorited stores that I go through and see what's new on those stores. That way there's some consistency. A lot of those stores are stores that I've either dealt with or somebody I know has dealt with and trust, because sometimes these stores on AliExpress will pop up, not do so well, and disappear. So I have the ones that I usually stick to. So I went outside of that this week, today actually, and did some searching, and I found several other stores selling these large 12-inch, or looks to be the same 12-inch Captain America and Iron Man models, and they all seem to have different brand names listed. For instance, Metal Brick was one of them, Metal Ocean, Steel Golem, and PMA. So really I don't know who's actually making it. I just can't help but to get the feeling that it's some sort of knockoff, a copy of. But at least according to Brian Baker, what he's got seems to be of decent quality. So that's encouraging. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on the Metal Earth subreddit, because eventually somebody's going to buy it, somebody's going to build it, and they'll share their thoughts and opinions. I'd like to say that I'm going to get it and looking into it myself. I certainly want to. As it stands right now, I have a whole stack of models. Like right here to my right off screen, I have three or four Iconics models. I have a whole stack of Metal Earth models waiting for me to build. I have a couple of Peace Cool models. A fan recently sent me, or a viewer recently sent me, a couple of models that they had extra for me to build. I've got another Transformers MU model still sitting in the box waiting for me to do. So I've got a lot of catching up to do before I start considering adding more things to the table. So in reality, I've always said I'd love to build that model, and I would. There's a lot of stuff out there, and there's just the one me. It takes time. Now moving past the 12-inch, 12-point-something inch tall Iron Man and Captain America. In other news, I did a little bit of poking around on eBay to see if maybe there was anything new showing up there, specifically from Disney, because, you know, it's hard to find out what's being released as far as the Disney Metal Earth models, because those aren't announced. You pretty much have to go to the park, and I don't live anywhere near one, though I was recently in Florida. I didn't have the time to drive the 2 hours over to the Disney park to check things out, and the 2 hour back to where I was staying. So Would I've liked to have done that? Certainly, but it just didn't happen. So you have to depend on other people to take pictures or share that something is new. I haven't seen anything recently, so I did a little looking on eBay. I don't see anything new, but I did see that the Scorpion gunship and amp suit for the Pandora models that were talked about a while ago are now available on eBay. So there is that. Other than that, everything looks to be stuff that's already been talked about: the trash cans, the hats, the gate models, and the castle models and stuff. So that's stuff that's been out for a while. Some of it's colorized now, whereas it wasn't before. But that really hasn't changed. And I spoke recently about Time for Machine, the more complicated models that actually are mechanical and will wind up and do things, and I'm very interested in hoping to build one of those fairly soon. I did notice on their Instagram page they're posting a car that's not listed on their website that I didn't talk about. When I talked about Time for Machine, I didn't see that particular car, but I'm seeing it on Instagram, so I don't know. Maybe that's an upcoming model they're going to add to the collection, or one they're still working on. I'm not sure. It's a pretty neat looking large car model. Show you a picture of that, and of course there'll be links in the description down below to some of the stuff that I'm talking about. And one last piece in sad news: your Toy Mart has made the difficult decision to suspend their shop for an extended period. They're a small family business, and one of their key family members has been diagnosed with cancer, so they've made the decision to suspend things and sort of focus on the family issues. And I get that, and I totally respect that. Cancer is not an easy thing to deal with. I've had to deal with it, not cancer directly myself, but with a family member that has it, and they're definitely in my thoughts and prayers, and I certainly wish the best for them and respect their decision to focus on family. They will be missed. I will miss the shop and hope things for them will return to normal in time. I know it will take time. Cancer is not something you just take a couple of days off and deal with. It's going to take time. The best of luck to them. You will be missed, and thank you for the great service that you've contributed to the mental health community for so long. And I'll leave it at that. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you to my Patreon supporters for giving me the financial freedom to make these and build videos. Certainly hope with the new year there'll be a lot more model builds and reviews coming. It's time to get back on track. The holidays have kind of slowed things down. The MU Optimus Prime build is finished, and I need to record a review for that and continue to move forward. If you enjoy these videos, consider becoming a Patreon supporter. A little bit goes a long way in helping keep these videos coming. Thank you again for watching, and keep on keeping on.